Hello everybody, welcome back to Dungeon Maker here on the World of Madness server, starting off in front of our wonderful little gunpowder store, and we actually have a map over here now, apparently, and it looks pretty nice. You can see us just over there, and there's evidently a development that has happened since this sign was put up, because let's have a quick look up here. What is this? It's got a nice kind of rustic design. It seems to have used a lot of dark prismarine for the roofing. Not a bad look. A little too colorful, I think, for my kind of builds, but it looks really nice. And this is the... Okay, it's a tavern, alright. I don't see any, like, notes of who made this. It might still be a little under development. Oh yeah. It's still being built. It's got the nice little like trapdoors used as like window shutters, which don't work in any capacity, but they do look nice at the very least. I prefer them on the outside personally. I don't think they work actually in the windows. Although the wide open windows definitely very appreciable in the current heat that we are experiencing here in the UK. And I'm actually flying over here on the basis that we've actually had some sales over here in the gunpowder store, because we had George visit and buy out over a barrel worth. That's 32 diamonds right there. Oh, it's lovely. George, however, I think misunderstood the value here, because he bought the gunpowder, as far as I'm aware, to make rockets, not realizing that factoring in the labor of crafting duration-free rockets and the sugarcane necessary, this is actually a pretty good deal. But, you know, we'll take his money. Anyways, we'll take that. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Da-da-da-da-da-dum, blip. And... blip. I do like selling things in 8s. It's very convenient when you just bring a stack of stuff. And yeah, very nice. But yeah, I was just flying over here to stock up some more rockets because, well, we didn't actually start the store off with a full supply of them. But nonetheless, the closer we get, the better. That's nice. That is nice. So I just got a few more stacks to stock. And I have actually just used all of my sugarcane to make these rockets, so I should probably keep like 2 stacks on me. But hey, 32 diamonds. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, so with that, let's head back to the island. And as Cat's Paw Island comes neatly into view, we can see my little stained glass cloud up there where I've been idling away, and the gunpowder over here has actually... oh, this is... well, good thing there's 2 tiers. Has actually been backing up to a dangerous degree. Yeah, there's still some going up there, just real quick, because we obviously take that, and then there's this, and then also this, and consequently, it is actually backing up quite a bit over here. Because, oh boy, yeah, it's backing up into the barrels up here. That's, once it gets backed up to there, it's going to filter over to here, which is where we mostly just put string. I wonder if it's worth just forgetting about the string entirely and just, ditching all of this, everything that comes over here into lava. That might be a wise idea. But things do happily come up from way down there and get sorted together and all sorts, and works quite nicely. And we also have this little access. I have been puzzling over how to actually install a light up here, because there isn't actually a lot of space. There's basically a 4x4 space in which to put what is basically a chaser light. Might try and figure out an alternative route to that. I have a few ideas. Nothing I've implemented just yet. And if I figure out what to do for a chaser light in that amount of space, oh, I am definitely giving you guys a tutorial on that. Come on. Yeah, absolutely. Do we have some? Yes, we do. Good. Okay, very nice. Oh yeah, and this cat doesn't have a name tag on it yet, but I've been thinking of just calling them Keeper. Keep her at the lighthouse. That sounds good to me. Huh. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the time lapses. Because I have been... I've been trying to get back into that, and I think I've been doing quite well with that. And I am pleased to announce that all of the grassing is done and fully spread, and I had to go over with this Silk Touch Mending Efficiency 5 Unbreaking Free Diamond Axe called, obviously I'm a massive nerd, Deforest Kelly, getting rid of all of the mushrooms. They are now in boxes. There's only a couple left. There's one over there at the docks where I landed and where just all my chests are and such, and there's one here, which is marking the last bit of mycelium on the entire island. And these 2 blocks haven't been swapped out for the sheer purpose of retaining this water glitch. So, yeah, if I even so much as put sand on these, then there would be a block update and the water would flow. So that's a historic site here. We're just going to leave this in situ and just let it be whatever it wants to be for the most part. I can probably remove the sand at the very least, because at least that sprite's not going to update it. But yeah. So yeah, we now have a clear, bright green canvas to deal with, and our main job for today is laying out where we're going to have our different buildings and streets consequently and as such, and oh, that's gonna be a mess, but it's gonna be a mess that marks out where progress is going to be in the very near future. Do we have like 2 or 3 really injured golems? Huh. If I had like more iron, I probably would fix you guys up, but as it stands, more or less all of my iron went into down here. So, although it is working very nicely, we have a huge stock of pumpkins now. So I am converting that into emeralds at a hasty pace. It's wonderful. And that also allows me from a couple of our different librarians, allows me to actually buy name tags. So we have a whole bunch of name tags here. And we have this very simplistic, but works nonetheless, fox breeder. So we've got 2 wild foxes in here. And then there is this one high step with this wall, and that is just small enough of a space that baby foxes can get through, but adult foxes cannot. So consequently, we are able to have patron foxes just sort of like, did you both? Did you? Yes, you both did. It's one of the most annoying parts of these guys is they just frequently steal the leashes that I actually use to actually get them out. But yeah, so I've also walled this off on the sheer basis of these bushes will hurt if you walk into them, and we don't want any of our other like villagers and imported wildlife to be wandering into them. So yep. Okay, there we go. So let's grab ourselves another new friend. Hello there. Okay. Just follow me. Come on, you can get through. I know you can. There we go. So what are we going to call you? I only have a few more patrons to go, so here's... let's go with... Pat. Why not? So, there we go. Padfootlet. Yeah. And once these guys are out of their refractory period, I'll add another one. Yeah. And just steadily work through this big backlog. So yeah, that is that. This is this. And now I actually need to do some big work laying stuff out, and then we can get to work on terraforming, and then adding some layouts and all sorts, and our place is going to be springing up before we know it. There was another thing I wanted to actually like deal with, which is I haven't really touched the Nether right now, which is why we're not doing potions and stuff at this exact moment. So there's that whole thing. So we don't have access to Wither Skeleton Skulls, so we don't have access to the Wither, so we don't have access to Nether Stars, hence beacons. But some folks have mentioned, where did I put them? Where have they gone? They were here somewhere. Apparently these, as well as the Hearts of the Sea, apparently with those you can make a thing that lets you, like, breathe underwater in like a big AoE. It sort of aerates the gases, I guess. And that could be really helpful in dealing with over there. And also really helpful with just like checking out all of these underwater structures that have been laid around since like day one. So let's have a look at these. What do we do with them exactly? Conduits. So 8 Nautilus shells and a Heart of the Sea gets us a conduit. Uh-huh. And then what? I'm guessing this needs to be in the water. Does it then also logically need prismarine? Guessing it does. Okay, well, let's craft those together. As far as I know, there's no further use for these. Okay, we can make 2. Blip. Right. Now I gotta go find some prismarine, because I don't think... Yeah, I do not have any prismarine on me. Probably gonna need that. Okay, so let's start by running this sort of like as a test, just sort of over here rather than over there, because if I do it over there and it doesn't work, then it's going to be a massive pain in the neck to retrieve any of this stuff. So if we hop down here, and oh, there's one of the dolphins. Okay, there's not really anything of major value around here. Hopefully that's fine. Doop. So doop, doop, doop. As I understand, this needs to be surrounded by water. So, yeah, something a little bit like this. This is very new to me. I don't know what, if anything, this needs to be specifically made out of. I'm going to presume it's the prismarine, because I've only ever seen this being surrounded by prismarine. Okay, and that there, and then that goes there. Whoop. Yeah. Okay, yes, I'm fine. Okay. So that's seemingly worked. It's definitely made it a lot easier to see around here. Okay. So if we expand this, does it get more powerful? There's a definite noise coming from you. What? Is it alive? What strange and terrible things is this? It's definitely gotten more powerful. Okay. So how far away does this work? If I head over here, when does it wear off? Oh, that's going a pretty fair margin. Okay. Wait, where did I put it? Over here? God, the kelp over here is great. Okay, yeah, it's somewhere around this range. That's interesting. Okay, so with that, we won't have to worry about running out of air while we're in the ocean monuments. Such inviting power. Right, so yeah, I'll tie that down, move it close to the ocean monument, but that's a job for another day, because now we have to do some laying out around the island. Yeah, so catch you all after that. And one little time lapse from there. I actually found out that replay mod can easily cover the entire island, which is pretty sweet. And it does seem like there's some definite areas around here that we can actually expand our solids, our like dry land kind of perspective to. If I hit B here, we can actually see where the boundary for the actual mushroom fields ends. And then just beyond that is the red for the end of the mushroom shore. And it is really far out over here. We can actually, like, get pretty dang far. So I think we are probably going to be laying out a bit more dirt to pass into grass and all sorts, and that'll get us access to a fair bit more terrain that we can actually make use for. But we actually have Remember Cam just up in the sky and viewing the entire island as it currently is. So let's just pop over to their view and see if we can't get ourselves a better idea, because I am evidently way too low on potential marker resources here to actually lay out the full island today. But nonetheless, we got a bit of it. So let's pop over to Remember Cam. Okay, so here we are, and I think yeah, there's me, that little speck of blue right down there, and we've already marked out a few areas, and I think, honestly, I'm going to scale up these buildings quite a lot, because next to the size of our cottage over here, they look really puny and small, and I feel like my cottage shouldn't be that glaringly obvious. It's kind of got a little bit of, lead character syndrome up here, compared to like the size of the school, for instance, that I put out around here, and that's, yeah, it's not, it's a functional size, but it seems way too actually small. Like, my cottage is the size of the town hall layout that I put over here, so, yeah, the size, I think we'll probably start out more with just laying out where different zones are, different kind of districts and such. So, for instance, this line over here indicates where we have the docks over here, and then we have down here, these were planned to be sort of like the redstone functional kind of buildings, so we have things like the farms, we could have things like a library over here, where the XP grinder is, which is a weird combination of things, but let's just say it's some kind of research institute, and then we can have like maybe the iron farm goes down here, which I am sorely in need of, so we're doing that next episode. And these white houses were meant to be living accommodations, so homes and inns and taverns and the like and such. And around here seems like a pretty decent place to put a market, a town, like some kind of market stall section, or just like a like square, a town square kind of area, just sort of nicely overlooking the sea and as such, and should look quite nice. But obviously the majority of buildings are going to actually be homes and the like. And then this area over here, starting from over here all the way over to here, I think we are going to be keeping that as our sort of our game space, or maybe we just make it around this sort of nice little valleyed area over here. But we have to remember there is actually like ocean biome here that we need to be careful not to put any blocks in, or else people will start to spawn in and attack our villagers. But yeah, if we can just turn a large chunk of this at the very least into our sort of mini-game space, we want to try and make a actual like sort of a werewolf kind of traitor style kind of game, which I really think we can have a lot of fun with, especially on a mushroom island where there's not going to be anybody to sort of like just spawn in the darkness and just cause trouble for us. So we can use that really to make some fun times, I think. Obviously, this is not like a dedicated gaming district. This island itself is probably too small to be a dedicated gaming district for the entire server, but it would be nice to have a game that we can play over here at our nice kind of base kind of area. So, I think the first thing I need to do is put my exorbitant dirt supply to work, making, like, just sort of bridging the outer edges of the island and seeing just how far we can go. Probably going to keep it I'm probably going to keep it to the mushroom fields area, rather than pushing out as well to the mushroom shores, because the mushroom shores will be bordering the ocean, and if we build up too high there, we will bridge back into the ocean and things will start spawning. But yeah, so obviously kind of a fail on this section of the episode, because it turns out I have way too few resources to actually be marking everything out. But hopefully this nonetheless gives you some degree of an idea as to what's gonna be going down. But that is all that I have for today, so I think next episode we're gonna have to build an iron farm, because I am way too low on iron to be doing much of anything. We might try and ship in like a little bit more, but we definitely want to get to work with having access to iron, and maybe I'll even try and throw together a quick and easy sheep wool farm in the interim, just so that we can actually start marking more of this out and knowing what's going where and such. But, I digress. That is all I have for today. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll catch you all as ever next time. Your eyes are getting heavy. Your mind is feeling clouded. The sound of my voice is relaxing you. You feel an urge to support this and other content I produce by going to patreon.com/lying, where you can pledge and receive fun rewards for your obedience. You will remember to support patreon.com/lying.